Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. The reason why trickle-down economics doesn't work is very simple. Excessive luxury spending. Also what I call B.S.O.L.G. Binge spending on luxury goods, aka snob spending, and fanatically selfish spending. So whether or not there's a high tax rate on the rich or a lower tax rate, they still spend lots of money on luxury goods. Say, for example, someone who's moderately rich spent $500 a month extra on luxury goods, just $500. Would it kill them to instead give $50 of that $500 to the poor? If they did that for the last 15 years, they could have brought in over $150 billion, and we could have ended homelessness a long time ago. You see, their argument in trickle-down economics is that if you give tax breaks to the rich, the money trickles down. There's no evidence of this. Many people have proven many times that Reaganomics failed. It initially caused a recession, and then they sought to take credit for the IT boom. The internet came out, home computers, video games, movies, etc. And just like with the iPhone, it didn't take massive tax breaks for the rich for these things to come out. And of course, these things improved the economy, and then they cited the improvement in the economy to argue that Reagan's tax cuts had worked. They did not. The London School of Economics did an extensive study of over 19 countries over many periods of time. 19 countries, 19 regions, over many periods of time. And they found that the money doesn't trickle down. Open and shut. They do not have any case whatsoever. Now let's think about it this way. Trump came up with a plan to give tax cuts for the middle class and for the rich. First of all, what is the middle class? Is it someone making $80,000 or more a year? In many places in the Bay Area, you have to make like $107,000 more a year, or else you can't afford to live there. Basically, it's very difficult to live there, is what they were saying, unless you're, on Section 8 or something like this. So what is the middle class? You have to make like $40, $50 an hour, okay, to be middle class? It's much more than that if you're making over $100,000 a year, maybe like $70 an hour or so, working 40 hours weeks. Okay, so why should they get tax breaks and not somebody who only makes like $30,000 a year, 40, 50? Why on earth would somebody who makes $100,000 a year or $80,000 a year need tax breaks and the poor don't? Why would the rich need tax breaks while the poor don't? And again, for those who want to argue with me, please explain my excessive luxury spending argument to me. Again, if you spend like $5,000 plus, some of these guys spend like, $50,000 a month on excessive luxury spending. You're telling me you can't afford $50 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 a month on a progressive tax for rich people to end homelessness and to start food programs? That's outrageous. They obviously separate their corporate budget from their personal spending, at least in regards to luxury goods. $2,000 bottle of wine, $400 purse, $2,000 jacket, $20,000 watch, etc. That tax revenue could come back through housing programs and food programs. It doesn't have to come back through spending on luxury goods. And I'm being fumed right now because they know that I'm right, violating my freedom of speech. We'll get to that. The next video I'm going to make is about the cultures that have caused these problems.